NFPA 72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, provides guidance on the installation of fire alarm systems. Section 7.5.1.1 of the 2019 edition of NFPA 72 specifically addresses smoke detector placement in guest rooms or sleeping rooms. It states that smoke detectors installed in guest rooms or sleeping rooms shall be located on the ceiling or wall within 3 feet, or 0.9 meters, of the door to the room and not more than 12 feet, or 3.66 meters, from any point in the room. This requirement is crucial for ensuring early detection of fires and providing occupants with adequate time to evacuate. Dorm rooms in high schools are classified as sleeping rooms under NFPA 72. Therefore, the placement of smoke detectors in dorm rooms must adhere to the 3-foot rule. This means that the smoke detector should be positioned in the ceiling or wall within 3 feet of the entry door to each dorm room. Firstly, the placement near the door allows for quicker detection of smoke entering the room from outside, which could indicate a fire in the hallway or adjacent area. Secondly, this location helps to ensure that occupants are alerted promptly, regardless of where they are in the room, especially while sleeping. Thirdly, the 3-foot rule is designed to maximize the effectiveness of the smoke detector in detecting smoke originating from within the room. In addition to the 3-foot rule, there are other important considerations for smoke detector installation. The smoke detectors should always be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. These instructions provide specific guidelines for mounting, wiring, and testing the detectors to ensure proper functionality. The fire alarm system as a whole should be designed and installed in accordance with NFPA 72 and any applicable local codes and regulations. Local codes may have additional requirements or variations that must be followed. Firstly, the design of the fire alarm system should take into account the layout of the building, the occupancy type, and the potential fire hazards. Secondly, the installation should be performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with NFPA 72 and local codes. Thirdly, proper testing and maintenance of the fire alarm system are essential for ensuring its continued reliability. It is highly recommended to consult with a qualified fire protection engineer or fire alarm technician for specific guidance and to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. These professionals have the expertise and experience to design, install, and maintain fire alarm systems that meet all relevant requirements. They can also provide valuable insights into the specific needs of the building and its occupants. When selecting smoke detectors for dorm rooms, it is important to choose devices that are listed and approved for their intended use. Listed smoke detectors have been tested and certified by independent testing laboratories to meet specific performance standards. This ensures that the detectors are reliable and effective in detecting smoke. There are 2 main types of smoke detectors: photoelectric and ionization. Photoelectric smoke detectors are generally more effective at detecting slow smoldering fires, while ionization smoke detectors are more effective at detecting fast flaming fires. It is often recommended to use both types of detectors or dual sensor detectors to provide comprehensive fire protection. The fire alarm system should also include other components such as heat detectors, duct smoke detectors, fire dampers, flow switches, tamper switches, horn strobes, and pull stations. Heat detectors are used in areas where smoke detectors may not be suitable, such as kitchens or bathrooms. Duct smoke detectors are used to detect smoke in air ducts, which can help to prevent the spread of smoke throughout the building. Fire dampers are used to prevent the spread of fire through ductwork. Flow switches are used to monitor the flow of water in sprinkler systems. Tamper switches are used to monitor the status of fire protection equipment, such as sprinkler valves. Horn strobes are used to provide both audible and visual alarms. Pull stations are used to manually activate the fire alarm system. The fire alarm system should be monitored by a central station or other qualified monitoring service. This ensures that alarms are promptly reported to the fire department and other emergency responders. The monitoring service should be able to verify the alarm and dispatch the appropriate resources. Regular inspections and testing of the fire alarm system are essential for ensuring its continued reliability. NFPA 72 requires that fire alarm systems be inspected and tested at least annually. The inspection and testing should be performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with NFPA 72 and local codes. The inspection should include a visual examination of all components of the fire alarm system. The testing should include functional testing of all devices and circuits. Any deficiencies identified during the inspection or testing should be corrected promptly. Proper documentation of the fire alarm system is also important. The documentation should include drawings, specifications, and operating manuals. The documentation should be kept in a safe and accessible location. The documentation should be updated whenever changes are made to the fire alarm system. Training of building occupants on the fire alarm system is also essential. Occupants should be familiar with the location of the fire alarm pull stations and the procedures for evacuating the building in the event of a fire. Fire drills should be conducted regularly to practice evacuation procedures. The fire alarm system should be designed to provide adequate coverage for the entire building. The spacing of smoke detectors and other devices should be based on the building layout and the occupancy type. The fire alarm system should be designed to minimize the risk of false alarms. False alarms can disrupt building operations and can erode confidence in the fire alarm system. The fire alarm system should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes and standards. The installation should be performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with NFPA 72 and local codes. The fire alarm system should be tested and approved by the local fire marshal or other authority having jurisdiction. The fire alarm system should be maintained in good working order at all times. Regular maintenance should be performed to ensure that the system is functioning properly. Any problems with the fire alarm system should be repaired promptly. Firstly, the building owner or manager is responsible for ensuring that the fire alarm system is properly maintained. Secondly, the fire alarm system is a critical life safety system. Thirdly, proper maintenance is essential for ensuring that the system will function properly in the event of a fire. Furthermore, the specific requirements for smoke detector placement in dorm rooms may vary depending on the local codes and regulations. It is important to consult with the local fire marshal or other authority having jurisdiction to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified fire protection engineer or fire alarm technician for specific guidance and to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. It is essential to prioritize fire safety and ensure that all fire protection systems are properly designed, installed, and maintained. The safety of building occupants depends on it. Remember, early detection and prompt notification are key to preventing fire-related injuries and fatalities.